Hello and welcome back to SnowRunner with me, Mark from DadX, and we're just going to top up this fuel tanker right here in the trailer store, if we can. No, we can't. What can we do? Yeah, we can buy a trailer, and then we can refuel from the trailer to our big fuel tank, and then we can sell the trailer. There you go. So we shall continue until we get across the dam exactly as we are. I will see how I feel when we get there. I'm minded, as is the Fleet Star, to maybe, since we're so close to the garage now, well certainly in relation to how the situation we've been in, is maybe once we get up near the farm, let the Taiga go and fit itself a dolly and get this load, just to complete this mission, since it has played such an integral part in it, including of course in the last episode dragging the trailer back up when it fell off the bridge, and I really thought we were going to be doomed there. So I think we may let him have his little moment in the limelight. Seems appropriate, be a little bit churlish. But I mean, the Fleet Star is going to have had no problem doing most of this route at all. And we could certainly put my clumsiness in as one of the contributing factors to the near disaster on the bridge. Right, I think we may have to help the trailer around the corner. So let's just move the Taiga out the way. Change truck. And we'll put the four-wheel drive on. We just need to back up and swing around a bit more. Don't think there's anything more nasty than that going on. See how the steering is working today. Oh, very nicely actually. There we are. If we go really snug round by the barrier, hopefully we can get this chappy around this corner. Come on, come with me. Yeah, just before that raised barrier came into play. Right, cool. So we'll switch back to the lead vehicle, and we'll remember, just for the sake of looks, to stop and attach the winch, because if you don't, the jolt that goes through that poor Fleet Star just makes me feel bad. Oh, sorry, camera angle. That was something to do with the scenery there. That was that gantry. I really wish that wasn't something that happened in this game. The way the camera clips around scenery. Even Farm Simulator fixed that, well, with a patch. Not a patch, a mod. You have to download a mod to stop the camera doing that. Right, we're just going to have a final check. I can't see there being any benefit into us trying to cut across here in any way whatsoever. No, we'll stay on the big road. To complete this mission, of course, we also have to get 2 loads of metal beams over to the drilling site. The Taiga's going to, not the Taiga, the Zix is going to take 1 across the river. It may just pop back to the warehouse, grab another one using that river crossing route. I think we can probably do that reasonably safely. I think we nearly drowned the truck last time we did it, but we got away with it, didn't we? And that's all that really matters in the end. Right, I don't know. Okay, what we're going to do, now we're here, we saved ourselves a big chunk of time, we're quite close to the garage. Let's just let the Fleet Star see what it can do from here by itself. I think that would be a nice scientific approach to take. And we'll get the... This could of course be the disaster that I could have avoided, but we'll get into the high ratio gears, we'll get the diff lock on, the 4-wheel drive, and in we plunge. Dangerous water level, I don't think I need to be too worried about that. I just need to be worried about traction, and we seem to have lost it there. What's happened here? That feels a gate. That's like, look, see, that's that leg here getting grounded out, I believe, rather than anything we're really doing. Can we get back out? Is that going to help us just get off that hump? No. Where else could we winch to that might be helpful? Well, plan's going fantastically, isn't it? Is that the only winch point we've got? Right, let's get the Taiga into play. Can we? No. Not by that route. Let's just try and shift this again. One more time. We can't get any... No. We can't just rock it off of there. It is stuck in the ground there. We need to get round dead straight and miss that hump, I'm guessing. Right. Let's get the trailer out of the swamp as stage 1, shall we? Right, can we drag this guy backwards? Looking quite tippy the way it's hung up on the ground, isn't it? Don't really like it. Come on, that's it, that's it. Just come back out, back out, back out. Ooh. Let's now get the Taiga into a sensible-ish position. Don't want to get the rescue truck stuck. That's cool, that's cool. We're friends, we're all friends here. Just get him back up onto the road and we can think about this again. Right. Fleet Star, we're going to have to pick a more careful route to avoid that leg getting stuck in the ground. And is it going to have to be this one, I think? Around this way. Let's see how we get on this way. No, it's hung up straight into the ground straight away. I think this ground clearance might be the biggest issue we have doing it with the Fleet Star. I know for sure that some of the other trucks do just keep the trailer a little bit higher off the ground. No, it needs the Taiga to pull. He's a very good pulling truck, is this Taiga. So I think we're gonna let the Fleet Star have a rest from here. I'm gonna whiz up to the garage, get a dolly on the Taiga, and we're gonna let the Taiga take it the rest of the way. The Fleet Star, I'm sure we can find another job for. Okay, so here we are with the Taiga, high saddle fitted, ready to take up the challenge of getting this huge, ridiculously large trailer over there. Right. So we're going to stick in the low ratio gears. We know ground clearance seems to be the problem. And that's not helping either, is it? It's stuck right in the mud. We're going to have to swing this around a lot further, I think. Can we get back out? Are we going to have to come through the mud kind of from that direction? Or are we better off just trying to cut across the field? There we go. I knew it was just a matter of time. So that is an option. If I back this up quite carefully so we can actually get it back down this tarmac area. Something like this. Is it worth us trying to get across the field to the farm? Is it just going to be worse? We've got this little flat bit to turn into the field here. I guess we'll just tear the rest of the fence down. Right, let's go, let's go. Oh, incidentally, I've only just put the mud tyres on this truck. Come on, come on. Are we smashing our way through the gate slowly? But we seem to be moving. Go, go, go. Yeah, I only just put the mud tyres on this truck, so that was a little bit timely, because this definitely, I think, all qualifies as mud. I'm trying to avoid what look like the wettest bits, and it's sinking into the ground quite badly, which I thought might be an issue. I think it's the clearance that's the issue. I've got a plan C. Right, we're not going to get through here because we've sunk into the mud and it's anchored itself. We can't move it backwards either. Plan C. Okay. And here, ladies and gentlemen, is plan C. First of all, let's try and get that out of the mud. so we can switch over. It looks like it's the ground clearance that seems to be the absolute issue here. Let's just switch to the Tagar, see if we can move now. Indeed we can. So let's get this back out the field and onto the road. I think we're just going to let the Pacific go because it's the ground clearance that really seems to be the issue. And I don't think we've got a truck with more ground clearance in terms of how high it's going to carry the trailer than the Pacific. So let's just get this trailer somewhere a little bit even. Excuse me, Pacific. Am I right? Yeah, look how much higher that's got the saddle fitted. Right, let's detach the trailer. Yeah, let's get out of the way. Time, I think, not reluctantly, but we've held out as long as we could to hand over to this big boy right here and see if he can do the work. God, you see how deeply he's sunk in that mud there. Do need to be careful where you leave your trucks and stuff, for sure. Right. I wonder if you reload the game whether it kind of pops it back up through the mud to some extent, because sometimes it does definitely sink over time. Right. Now, we're going to try the traditional way. That's not close enough to hitch at all. Rather than across the field, because I think we're going to have the same problem. That field seems so soft over there in the middle that we're going to have trouble. Right, attach trailer. Come with me. At least this truck seems a little bit more in scale with the load. Can we get it across here? That, my friends, is the question. Without it digging itself into the ground. Right, that's fine, that's fine. Come on, come on. Get moving, get moving. I know you wanna, even if we just need this truck to get it through this bit. It's not doing it too heroically so far. We've got anything big to winch to? Not really, but we might have enough to winch to keep us moving. All depends on, yeah, look, we got the trailer just high enough to get it over some of these little humps and bumps in the ground now. We're going to regular gears. We seem to have got a little bit of momentum going now. Get around that tree. That'll do, that'll do. That seems to be the key difference here, I think, is that we're just keeping the trailer out of the ground. Right, we're out of the worst of it, I think. Yeah. In this case, it's kind of height for the wind. We're not getting the best traction out of this at all. Look, it's kind of really stumbling and bumbling here. It's going to the low gear to get it moving. But we are moving. Right. That does actually I think that means the White Western Star has got the wrong dolly, saddle fitted to it anyway. But not to worry. I think we're going to stick with this guy now. He doesn't have all-wheel drive, he hasn't got any kind of special tyres, and he hasn't got a special kind of off-road transmission. This is purely about grunt. Right, this is where... And also remember, this guy has got a really horrible turning circle. Although that is kind of, I guess, going to be compensated for by the fact his wheels are more likely to stay on the ground to do the steering. Certainly than the Fleet Stars were. Right, we need to get around that. That rock is not where I left it, is it? Can we winch? Are we stuck badly? We're moving, but I want to get around that rock. That rock, I took all that trouble to move in reloading. Look, the game has put it exactly where it was. And this is proving quite hard work. Keep this load moving. We might have all the grunt, but we don't seem to be getting it down to the ground. We don't seem to be grounded anywhere. That rock isn't in a nice place, that's for sure. But that's not going to be that big a deal. We can't get the load moving at all. Anything weird happening at the back? No. Ah. I think that maybe that rear kind of bumper stuck into the ground, but the rest of the load is well off the ground. So it's really a question of getting this truck moving. And absolutely not getting hung up on that rock. Right, come on, go. Very reluctant to get moving. Come on, roll, roll. Keep rolling. How many letters in the alphabet? I cannot get moving at all here. We've just got back wheel slippage all day long. So I'm going to need to get somebody round. Luckily the White Western Star's still in front to maybe give this guy a bit of a tug. Everyone needs help from their friends this day. Everyone needs help from their friends these days, it would seem. It's night time as well. We're just getting around here with the White Western Star, as you can see. I must say this predicament doesn't bode well for the rest of the journey, because I can't see that this is at all the trickiest part of the route. Come on, come on. Can I even get... What are we stuck on here? It's like we're really, really stuck. Let's lock them dips. Give it everything we've got. Come on. Drag it. Drag it. Drag it. Why is that? I think that rock may now... Oh, no. Be coming into play. No? Right. Just a minute. Now we're just going to get out of the way. In a sensible way. Yeah, I'm wondering... Once we get through this narrow section here, we can perhaps reconsider, because at least we can get another truck around to the front. I'm not sure if this can hitch on that trailer, as I said. I'm sure that when I headed this way, I checked if the Pacific could hitch on the trailer this truck was pulling, and it couldn't, because it didn't have the right saddle. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to put this guy up at the top of this hill, just in case the Pacific can't even make it. But for now, just in fact stay here. Do I even need to go this far ahead? Let's see. Right, you ready, matey boy? Handbrake off, go. No, you're really not getting the traction at all here, are you? And as I say, in terms of the ground... Although, where's that rock now? Is that rock right there? Just a moment. Where's that? Oh, yeah. Look, that rock's pretty much right in the way. Is it worth backing up? It might be worth backing up. Getting the rock out the way. Maybe that's what's causing all the problems with some weird physics malarkey. Let's just put... Can we put the trailer down here and re-hitch? Oh. That has been known to be a problem in the past. No, that's alright. We're going to get back under that. Right, let's get this bloody rock back where we put it, which was way over here. We're still not moving very comfortably in this truck, to be honest with you. Right, come on. That rock there to the right just teleported here and there and away. How can it be so hard to hit a rock when you really, really want to? Yeah, they will without the slightest invitation, start messing with your day. Right, my plan now is hook that front wheel there. Swing the truck that way. Come on. Oh, we just missed it. See what I'm trying to do? See what... Oh, now we knocked it back that way. That's okay, because now we're here. So, we drove through the rock that time. That's not fair, rock. You've either got physics or you haven't. You can't pick and choose. That might be enough out of the way now. That I'm sure is now. Right. Let's get rehitched. See if we can get up this road now. Go. Fly, my beauty, fly. Right, no rock. No rock interference. Stay over here. We, maybe, yeah, we go, no, yeah. We're doing it. It was the rock. Was it the rock? It was just that rock. It seemed to be generating a little bit more physics than it deserved, but we moved the rock out of the way and we passed, so... Right. Oh, no, we stopped dead again. Low gear. Now, this truck was recommended to me, in fact, has been used. Farmer Klein used this truck, he told me, to get this load up here. My cool, is that tree? Are we in the realm of exaggerated physics all of a sudden? Let's go this way a little bit more. Crush that little tree. Yeah, we were caught on the tree. So maybe I'm giving this too much credit for his power. But we definitely need to get into that White Western Star now. And bring our friend along with us. Because we can't actually get out of the way. There's some small rocks here which I really hope haven't got today's special physics going on. No. Oh, they haven't for the White Western Star. The Pacific's bouncing over them nicely. I'm sure the trailer will too. So we've had a sticky tree and a weird magnetic rock. But we're getting there. We are getting there. Right, I need to keep an eye on what's going on with the trailer up here, I think. It might be a bit of a camber. We doing alright? We doing alright? Oh, I'm not even on the track here now, am I? Right. I'm kind of doing the right thing by accident. Quite low fuel in this White Western Star. So... oh, especially careful up there. In fact, let's just get you down here out of the way. We'll let the Pacific do this himself because I don't want to risk it getting stuck on that corner. Not now, not after all this. No, that's the truck I'm in. That one. Right, go. Where's the front of the truck? That's good. Right, view. There you go. Turn now. Go. Absolutely no movement whatsoever. Go on. Back up a little bit then. Now go that way. Go. Go, 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 go. We go in. We're going to bounce off that telegraph pole. And we're going to get down here and we're going to turn right. Excuse me, White Western Star. Thank you. Right. We are trucking once more. There's no way I'm letting this truck go into any section of this map where it hasn't got a friend ahead of it. This actually is now to be a firm rule of mine. I don't know what do you guys think of me towing, you know, one with the other? Is that kind of taking advantage, or is that just being sensible? I'd like to see what the trucks can accomplish by themselves without... right, I think this is the point where we're going to park up anyway. You know what I mean? I like to see what the trucks can accomplish for themselves and before diving in. That's one of the reasons I haven't rushed to these really powerful trucks. But at the same time, we certainly don't want to let ourselves down. Now, I'm going to have a little think. How low on fuel are we in that White Western Star? Because the last thing we need is also a broken down truck. I could take some out of the Pacific. I could run round in the Zisk and just give it all the fuel and reset it. Let me have a think. I'm going to put the kettle on. Okay, here we are. I've done a little bit of fleet management. Basically, what a lovely little team shot. I liked that. We're going to switch to our fleet star friend, who is simply going to refuel the White Western Star. That's pretty good. So the White Western Star is now refueled. The fleet star can just reset. Then I think what we will do is switch over to the Tagar and dump some of his fuel in the Pacific. I'm still having thoughts about which truck should actually continue this. I'm really tempted to let either this truck or the White Western Star have a bit of a go. Simply because they've done so much work for us. I just don't think this guy is going to have the ground clearance that we need. The White Western Star possibly will. So there you go, that's him all filled up. Tagar's still got a little bit of fuel, he's not immobile, but we'll stop his engine and park him up here. Now we need to get back into the White Western Star and get him up ahead. So let's do that. I'll try to have a look as we go past the Pacific if I can see if this would carry it. Ooh, there's tree stumps in there, who knew? Luckily our truck is pretty bulletproof. Sorry little tree. Oh, not quite that bulletproof. Come on. Turn the corner for me. Work with me, work with me. Right, so let's get around the side of the Pacific and see if we can just get a little measure. I don't know, it's not hard. Well, we're not on the same level of ground, are we? But if we take into account now, I think it's pretty close in terms of clearance. But we'll let this guy get ahead. I guess I could just be doing the towing it along thing again, but no, I think we'll give the trucks an opportunity to succeed or fail by themselves. Right, so first little patch, but remember not to leave the truck somewhere it's going to be in the way. So I think if we get it in about here, that should do. There. Stop that engine. Right, Pacific. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's see if you will go. I wish we could zoom the camera out a bit more on occasions such as this. Right, we've got to get the gantry round the big tree. We've done that. Luckily, the telegraph wires have no physics, or that would make things very tricky for us. How are we looking? Are we getting it around this corner? Is there a particular reason we're hung up? No, it's just a question of dragging it. Let's get back into the regular gears. It's all about the power. We haven't got any front wheel drive on this. It's just the rear wheels being driven, but it's got plenty of weight on them right now, that's for sure. But we're still finding little ways to get slowed right down with this truck. There's a telegraph pole right there. Give us a little helping hand, get us moving. Is that going to help at all? Come on, no, it does get very, very sticky. So is this going to be a little kind of a relay from post to post? We've certainly had to employ that technique before, but I didn't expect to have to do it with this truck. Now, let's just check where the trailer's going. Right, we're okay for the poles behind us. We've stopped dead again. What I've found actually with the trucks that have got the perma-locked diffs, they really do prefer, if they've got a load and the ground's a bit rough, they do prefer being in the low ratio gear. Unfortunately, this truck only has one ratio because I'm not going to risk sliding down that bank. Let's just get a little bit further around, get a full lock, go. There we are, and then I've got to be a little bit over here. I think to get everything around there. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. Taker's not in. Taker, sorry, White Western Star, you're not in the way, are you? After the deliberate effort was made for you to not be, you are anyway, right? Obviously one solution would be to move to Taker slightly, but let's see if we can do it this way. We're good, we're good. Now this is the point where common sense says I now need to bring the White Western Star up ahead of this truck. So I shall do that. Stop engine. That's more to do really with me getting distracted and maybe wandering off from the game, which I've been known to do, because it is that kind of game you can just put down and come back to, and you burnt a big load of your petrol whilst you're doing that. So I've learnt to always switch the engine off. Can't go wrong then. Right, the diffs are getting hot. Let's unlock those diffs. Right, this looks like we should be able to get through. We've got this dip here, which might be a little bit of a challenge for the ground clearance and why we needed a high vehicle, I think. In fact, let's stop here, because stop here on this rock. No, we'll stop just here. This seems appropriate because that last mud hole seems like where the next lot of trouble is going to come from. So let's get moving. Maybe I've overestimated the mud hole. We've got plenty of clearance on this truck. That is the thing. That is the big benefit of this monster. I love the decking on the roof. You get a little sun lounger out there on your break. Have your lunch. Right, that is the dip, which we dipped straight through, no problem. He says, we're scrabbling a bit there. We're getting there, we're getting there. I wonder if there's a reason IRL why this isn't all-wheel drive. Right, I'm going to keep going while I can see that we got the width around the place to get the other truck past, should we need to. Or is this that silly corner? Right, so yeah, we are going to scout around here. Back to the White Western Star. Yeah, we'll get you ahead while we can, because I think this corner might be one of the ones that is a little bit of a tightness and got quite a dip and a tip on it. So yeah, look, this is where I predicted the Fleet Star would have huge problems, but of course unfortunately his lack of ground clearance more than anything prevented him from getting it this far. You know what, I'm going to make an assumption that we'll get through most of this okay, and we'll stick this guy up here. There you go. Stop engine, hand brake. Lovely. Right, Pacific. It's over to you, mate. Right, nice and gently. Can we move, please? There you go. That's what I mean about this switching into the low ratio there. Got us moving. We just were not going to start moving in the regular gears, and it's the trucks with the permanently locked diffs that seem to work on that basis. Now that gear is also now going to control our speed in this descent, which might be handy. We seem to... Ooh, that looked a little bit of a rock, but I think we're actually going to pull it straight as we pull it over the bend. There you go. So let's get into a normal gear. Miss that telegraph pole. This might be a little bit tight round here because we've got to get the gantry past this power line. Is electrocution a thing in this game? Cool, that's tight. Come on, drag it, drag it. Cool, we're past. Okay, I can see the water ahead of us. I don't think we've got far to go. So we're reckless abandon. We're just going to go ahead. Making sure we go around the corners as appropriate. There you go, and miss anything that's going to really wreck us. Don't think we need to be over here, Mr. Truck. There we go. There we go. So we finally used a very big truck. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, what was that? Let's get a bit of a swing around this bend as well, just to try to get everything a little bit more straightened up, I think. There we go. Now after this mission is completed, and of course we've still got to get the metal beams over here, the mission seems to have us scurrying about left, right and centre with loads, so we'll review the situation then. I must admit I'm quite keen to get onto Alaska and maybe the Russian map, so let me know in the comments what you think. Should I linger and try to complete some of these missions that I've still got on these maps? They actually seem to involve me having to cross from map to map, much more than I have been so far. Or shall we just get out in the snow? Surely it's time to get those chained tyres on and get some snow in SnowRunner. I think we've been in the snow for about 15 minutes, if that, out of what must be, what's this, episode 44? 22 hours-ish, probably a bit more. Some of the earlier episodes are a bit longer. Well, I've actually found one of the reasons I'm kind of managing the episode length is because my wonderful internet service provider seems to throttle the heck out of us when I'm uploading a bigger file. I notice if I'm uploading like a 15-minute, 20-minute video, that'll upload in pretty much the length of the video time. Whereas if there you go, stage complete, didn't even have to give it in. What do we want? Metal beams next, so that other trailer can stay over there. So we got the truck to move the metal beams over. Although actually no, this won't hitch to that one, will it? Let me just check so I know for sure. I think this has got the wrong saddle now for that trailer. So yeah, as I was saying, this uploading a 35-minute SnowRunner video takes about 2 hours, and it eats all of the broadband in the house, so it means it's another restriction on me getting these out. Actually, I have to literally wait for no one to need any internet. I'm sure that could be adjusted. Are we going to attach? You're not going to attach to that at all, are you? I could. What happens if I just drag it? I'm not even going to try because it won't take it now anyway. So yeah, internet service provider, stop being mean. Stop throttling my long videos. It just makes it a little bit more hard work. Although having said that, when I very first started uploading videos to YouTube, they were taking, I think a 20-minute video was taking maybe 11 hours to upload because our broadband was so rubbish. Anyway, enough of my chitter chatter. I've just seen how long we've got now in the footage on that very subject, so I think we're going to call it an episode here, guys. We will be back very soon to get those metal beams over. I'll figure out a cunning plan, because I had a cunning plan that was the blue truck was going to bring them over, but he can't drag a trailer, and I don't really want to bring a trailer across that river crossing. But 2 quick river crossings shouldn't really take long, but you'll see in the next episode. So leave us a like if you've liked it. Any comments, any feedback, always welcome, especially should I get into Alaska, get into the snow rather than linger and continue with missions on these maps. Let me know what you guys think, because I am very interested in your feedback and input. But for now anyway, take care of yourselves and goodbye.